Andrew here, and very glad to welcome you to the channel. In this session, Larry will show you a quick, easy, and delicious way to make Southern-style fried corn. So, here's Larry.
Welcome to, or back to, the channel, whatever the case may be. This is Larry, and we're glad to have you with us. Nothing makes a good Southern meal like ham, turkey, or whatever you want to fix quite as good as good fried corn. But fried corn's hard to make and a lot involved and takes a while. So I found a really good way to make it and make it real simple, very inexpensive, and it doesn't take that long to make it. So let's get started. For this particular recipe, we're going to be using the McKenzie's iron skillet style fried corn that I get at Walmart. You can get it anywhere you want to. You can get it at Publix, you can get it at Winn-Dixie, just about any store. But McKenzie's by name is the one that I find the best. It says it's made by Birdseye. I jokingly call these weenies of corn because they kind of look like a weenie. So we're going to make those. We're going to cut those open and get them in the pot. Again, for this particular recipe, I'm going to be using the mini Instant Pot, but you can use any pot, including stovetop, hot pot, anything that you can simmer a dish in. So these are thawed already. So I'm going to cut them open. We're going to get them in the Instant Pot, and we'll go from there. I always try to tell you some tips and some secrets I've learned along the way. On the corn that's in the plastic wraps like this, it's best to leave it frozen right up until you need it. But then it's hard to get out of the wrapper. So what I do is if you take these and just run them under hot water for about 3 or 4 minutes, then the outside of the corn inside is thawed enough that they slip right out of the wrapper, and it's real easy to do. You don't have to dig and scrape to get it out of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off of the Instant Pot, set it aside, and we're going to open these. Again, they've been sitting in the refrigerator for 24 hours since I bought them. I'm going to cut these in half and put the corn into the Instant Pot. There's 1, 2, and then we'll cut the other. And those 2 in there as well. Now we'll put our next simple ingredients and start the cook. We're ready to get started with the ingredients. I've got the 2 weenies of corn in the pot. I'm going to put 1 full stick of butter, salted butter. There's no need to chop it up. And then I'm going to use salt and pepper, and I love this coarse AF. I'll leave it up to you what the AF means, salt and pepper, and I'll leave a link to it in the information below so you can buy it from Amazon. I think it's really good because it's extremely coarse, real flavorful, and there's no garlic in it. And for a dish like this, you don't want garlic. So I'm just going to put a sprinkle. It's really about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half of salt and a teaspoon and a half of pepper. And I'm going to put a little splash of milk to add a little bit of liquid. That's probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons full of whole milk that I've put in there. And we're ready to start cooking. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to move the camera so you can see down in the pot, and I'm going to put the pot on sear saute and get it to where the contents are hot and bubbling, and then we'll cut it back from there and let it simmer for an hour or so. So I'll be right back. The timer just hit 10 minutes. So let's take a look. The butter's all melted. The corn's looking good. And I think we're ready to turn it down. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this down. Since it's in an Instant Pot, we're going to do the same as what we could do with any slow cooker. We're going to turn it down and put it on slow cook high and let it simmer for an hour or maybe more, as long as we want to, but an hour will do the trick. So we're going to turn it down and let it simmer on slow cook high for at least an hour, and we'll check it partway through and get back and let you take a look at what's going on. Before I leave it, also, you can see that it's boiling. This has been cooking now for about 45 minutes. So let's take a look and see where we are. Remember, it's set on slow cook high. So I could be doing it in a crock pot or anything else once I get it hot. Actually, the whole thing could be done in a crock pot. I just like using these cookers. Okay, it's looking really good. You can see that the corn is well formed, smells good, looks good. We're going to let it cook about another 20 or 30 minutes and then dish up a bowl of it and give it a taste. Let's take one final look at this. It's been in here for about an hour and a half now, and I'm sure it's done. Not that it wasn't done in the first place, it's actually just about done when you put it in to begin with. Yeah, the consistency's fine. It's like cream corn. If you wanted it a little bit thicker than what it is, you could add a slurry of cornstarch and water, equal parts. Maybe start with a tablespoon of water and a tablespoon of cornstarch and stir it into the hot, and that'll thicken it up. But I think it's perfect the way it is. We're going to dish it up and take a taste of it. Here goes. Let's see, let's put a little bit on this plate so it'll have a chance to cool. Let's let that sit there for just a minute and we'll come back and give it a taste. There's our corn. You give it a little taste. It's been sitting there now for 34 minutes. Wow, that's really good. The butter adds a delicious flavor to it, and it's nothing but good. If you've enjoyed this recipe, give it a try. See what you think. It's easy to do, doesn't take very long, it's inexpensive. Give it a whirl, see what you think, see what your family thinks. If you've enjoyed the video, it'd be great if you'd subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video and share it with other people in the information below this video. That helps the channel tremendously and adds a lot to the algorithm that they use in YouTube to determine how many people are exposed to the video. So it really helps me out. Also, if you're looking for one of the Instant Pots like the one I used in this, I've got listed below a purchase link for Amazon where you can buy it and see what you think of it. Give it a try. Thank you again for visiting, and we'll see you on our next video.
Thank you for visiting the channel. Always great to host so many loyal viewers and subscribers. If you're new here, we welcome you as well. Below, you'll find a recipe Larry has left for you, as well as purchase links for many of the items we use on the channel. Until our next video, take care. This video was produced at Larry Under Pressure.